You know, I decided that I would take some time with you to talk about what we're entering into now. In a couple of days, we will celebrate what we call Palm Sunday, Passion Sunday. And it'll be a time, the only time when you hear two gospels being read at the Holy Mass. And of course, what are these gospels that you'll be hearing? Well, first we'll hear about the gospel of Jesus entering into Jerusalem, coming in, coming in on a donkey. It is his coronation parade when you come down to think about it. And we'll hear about the people that scream out Hosanna in the highest, and they throw down their cloaks on the roads, and they'll be waving palm. This is where we get the idea of Palm Sunday. They're ushering him into Jerusalem as the Savior. And he's followed by his ragtag disciples on the way into Jerusalem. And then the second gospel that we hear will be now the Gospel of Luke, which we hear about the passion of Jesus. And we all take part of it. This is a time when in the church we make present what happened during those days with Jesus. And of course, it will start with the Last Supper and proceed on to the crucifixion. And the priest plays the part of Jesus, and a deacon will play the narrator, and the people become the crowd. We become present in what happened during that time. This is Passion Sunday, which will open us up to Passion Week, and we'll then be praying like we should after we heard this beautiful, beautiful gospel of what Jesus did on the cross. And then we'll move into the 3 days of what we call the Triduum. Holy Thursday, the celebration of Jesus' Last Supper. Good Friday, which is the day that he dies on the cross. And then we'll hear the second gospel narration from the Gospel of John. Talks a lot about Peter and the denial and what went on. Then, of course, this Holy Saturday, and we enter into the Easter Vigil. But we really have to become part of it. We have to truly enter in to what that passion was and is. And so I think what we have to do is we have to ask ourselves a couple of questions. After we hear Jesus' entry into Jerusalem and how the people raved and cried out, Hosanna in the highest. 3 days later, they would shout out, crucify him. Wow. Wow, when you think about it. But for us, what we need to be able to think about is, what is our part in it? What part did we take? And on ourselves, do we truly concentrate on if indeed we were there and we've made it present, that passion? What questions should we ask ourselves? So I went and I wrote myself some questions, and I want to share them with you, and I'm hoping that you can meditate on them, reflect upon them. And here's what I wrote. I said, as I proceeded on that journey, that passion that's read at the Mass, is what's my part in it? Jesus, is it I who has fallen asleep in the garden, unwilling to undergo the test of faith? Jesus, is it I who betrayed you with a kiss of deceit at the supper instead of a kiss of love? Jesus, is it I who has ignored your message of peace by using a sword of unbridled bad behavior, as Peter did in the garden? Is it I who, like the scribes or the elders, disbelieve your words, Jesus? Jesus, is it me? Is it I who in my life have given false testimony like they did with you concerning your truths? None believing? It is I who strikes you in disrespect like the soldiers did, and then hide under the cover of darkness? Jesus, is it I who denied you 3 times? Think about the beloved Peter. Is it I who would select a brigand, like Barabbas, a sinner over a savior? Jesus, is it I who by my words and actions continue to mock you in this present world? Jesus, is it I who have crucified you? Jesus, is it me? You know, during this time, as we now prepare to enter into Passion Week, we've heard the narrative. We took part in the narrative of the Passion. But now, in this week, as we move into the Triduum, the 3 days, the high holy days, can we ask ourselves those questions? Can we come to grips with our own sinfulness? Can we place ourselves in the heart of Jesus and truly prepare ourselves for the glory of his resurrection? My dear brothers and sisters, think about it. This is what I ask you to do. Even take the time to comment on this. If you can take the time to at least sit about 9 minutes to meditate on this video. Jesus, is it I who have crucified you? Think about it, my brothers and sisters, and pray on it. And let us prepare ourselves for the great day of resurrection, Easter Sunday. God bless you.